It all kicked off on a random Tuesday, the kind of day that seems completely ordinary but somehow gets you etched in your memory forever. I was stuck in school, bored out of my mind, trudging through this grueling double period. The teacher who acted like she was on a mission from the FBI instead of teaching math. You know the type. Glasses perched on her nose, a permanent skull and a sixth sense of sniffing out trouble. But here's the kicker. I wasn't supposed to have what I had in my bag. I had a gun. Sorry to say that I have a gun. Before you freak out, let me clarify. It wasn't loaded, not even the real deal. Well, not entirely. It was this replica airsoft gun my friend had brought to school the week before. He was showing it off behind the gym. He asked me to hold on to it for him because he didn't want to get caught again. It wasn't like I just woke up one day and thought, sure, let's throw my entire academic future on the line today. Nope. It all began the previous week, thanks to my buddy Malik. Now, Malik wasn't a bad dude. He was just one of those guys who always had a plan. Yeah, he had a plan. You know, the kind of plan that somehow lands you in hot trouble while he strolls away chuckling and laughing. So, one afternoon after school, we were chilling behind the gym, tossing around jokes and munching on those awful cafeteria chips, how awful they are. And out of nowhere, he pulls something from his hoodie pocket. This black object wrapped in cloth. At first, I thought he was messing with me. He unwraps it and I'm like, dude, that's a Glock. He's grinning like it's no big deal. Yeah, that's a Glock. Relax, it's just an airsoft. My cousin got it from the city. He bought it from his uncle. This shoots plastic pellets. He's waving it around like it's just a toy, aiming at us and acting all nonchalant. I'm feeling a mix of awe and fear. We took turns holding it, posing like total goofball, but man, it looked so real, way too real, like it was something straight out of a movie. Then, out of the blues, a teacher started heading our way, and Malik freaks out. He shoved the thing at me like it was on fire. He was like, yo, hide this for me, man. Please, I can't get caught again. That was when I learned he'd already been caught once with a lighter shaped like a gun. The school almost suspended him. So yeah, he was in a tight spot. I didn't even think twice. I just nodded. I shoved it into my backpack and told myself I'd return it tomorrow. You know, that blind loyalty you have for your friends at that age. Like, if my body was in trouble, I've got his back, even if it's the dumbest idea ever. That was totally me. I remember walking home that day feeling oddly proud, like I was doing something heroic. I was carrying a secret and I was protecting a friend. But that feeling didn't last long because when I woke up the next day and realized that the thing was still in my bag, my stomach dropped. I started to panic. So I shoved it in my backpack that morning, planning to return it after school. Simple enough, right? Except halfway through classes, my teacher decided today is the day for random bag checks. Too many distractions, she said. Someone's phone just went missing. And just like that, she started going row by row, making everyone to open their bags on their decks. My heart was gone. Like poof. My whole body was screaming. You know that feeling when your heartbeat gets so loud, it drones everything else. That was me. Sweat trickling down my neck, hands trembling under the decks, pretending to take notes while I was actually plotting my escape without raising any suspicions. Then she gets closer. 1 deck, 2 decks, 3 decks, and now she's right in front of me. She points at my bag. Open it. I laughed. An awkward, nervous laugh that people do when they were about to face the music. Oh, it's kind of messy, I mumbled, hoping she'll just move along. Nope, she's already reaching for it. And I swear in that moment, time felt like it was dragging on forever. I could practically see her hand reaching for the zipper, like something straight out of the movie. My mind was screaming, do something, do something. So I accidentally knocked over my water bottle, but it was intentional. I spilled it all over the decks. It was total chaos. Papers were drenched and it was a mess. She jumped back, clearly annoyed, grabbing tissues and going off about responsibility. I was fake apologizing, frantically wiping the decks like my life depended on it. Of which, yes, honestly, it kind of did. The distraction worked just enough for her to skip over me and move on to the next kid. When the bell finally rang, I didn't hesitate. I grabbed my bag and headed straight to the bathroom. I locked myself in a stall and just stood there, breathing like I had just run a marathon. Then I pulled out that ridiculous airsoft gun. I stared at it for a while, and all I could think of was, what was I even doing? I returned it that same day, never to touch anything like that again. But sometimes I can't help but think about how close I came. Like, if I hadn't spilled that water, or if she just a bit curious, it could have been game over. I could get suspended or expelled, or even the cops showing up. The crazy part, the next day, she looked at me and said, "You were lucky yesterday." I froze. She had this smirk like she knew something I didn't. Then she added, "Be more careful about what you carry." I still can't tell if she actually saw it or if she was just messing with me.